What's up guys, JTails here with another video, and today I want to talk about young Link. This has been a very requested character, and there are a few things I want to touch upon. Let's get right into it. As far as young Link goes, I think that if you mained regular Link in Smash 4, this character is going to feel very comfortable to you. This character is going to feel like a faster version of Smash 4 Link. If you main Toon Link in Brawl or Smash 4, this character is also going to feel very comfortable to you because they have very similar fundamentals. Even if you've never played a Link character before and Smash Ultimate is your only game, I'm going to help you get started into knowing what you should be doing with this character and how you should go about playing him. So let's get right into it. The first thing you'll notice about young Link is his insane movement speed, especially when you start foxtrotting. And if you don't know how to foxtrot, I actually made a video about movement and how to improve it last week, so I'll put the link for that in the description. Some of the techniques I'm going to talk about will be important for you guys to know, but yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and keep talking about how to play young Link. So, his fire arrows are one of the best projectiles in the game. When you short hop and fire arrow, you actually have very little landing lag, and you can kind of use them to zone people out. But the best part about fire arrows is that they actually lead into KO setups. They're good for pressure. They start popping your opponent up in the air, if you guys notice that. They pop your opponent up in the air, and it allows you to kind of like move in and approach for a follow-up. And you can chain these together, actually, if you're fast enough. And you're standing at the right distance, right? So like those two would chain together, and my opponent would kind of have to like air dodge or use their double jump. Why is this important? Because jumping in this game is bad, right? When your opponent's above you, you can try to punish their landing depending on where you think they're gonna land, or you can start finding up airs, forward airs, neutral airs, whatever it may be, find bombs on their landing. So that's why fire arrows are so good at controlling space, because it's like if you get hit by one of these, you're just gonna get chained into a potential KO, and it's just really good for controlling space. So basically, you want to use a lot of fire arrows in your gameplay to harass your opponent, and you want to do them uncharged. You want to do them out of short hop. For the most part. You can do them grounded as well if your opponent isn't expecting it, because it's pretty safe, but fire arrows are going to be one of your primary tools for setting up KOs once your opponent's above 100%. Also, if you have an opponent that likes to jump a lot, fire arrows is a good way to control space. Next, his bombs. Bombs are very, very important as well with young Link, and the fact that you can Z-drop bombs now is also extremely good, because what does that mean? In Smash 4, when you hit Z while you were in the air, you actually got tether at the same time as dropping your bomb, which is not optimal, but now you can drop your bomb and then go for pressure at the same time. So all I'm doing is I'm pressing Z while I'm in the air, and it allows you to actually catch the bomb again. If you do it at the right height. If you do it at the top of your jump, and then you press another aerial, you can catch the bomb again and perform your aerial anyway. So now, one of the downsides about holding a bomb is that you can't actually swing your sword, right? Because the bomb's in your hand, so you're gonna throw it. But if you Z-drop and then swing your sword, you can actually do some pretty neat stuff, right? So if you saw there, I'm falling with forward air, bomb, nair, right? So it's like the Z-drop is really useful for setting up pressure and setting up situations. Like, for example, if Incineroar was gonna grab me, right? One thing I could do is like Z-drop the bomb and shield, and now if he grabs me, the bomb's gonna blow us both up, and we get to escape his grab, unless he throws very quickly, right? But bomb is just a really good tool to disrupt your opponent. It's a very good combo tool. So you want to try to, whenever your opponent's going to land and touch the ground, I'll actually demonstrate that with the CPU. Whenever your opponent's going to touch the ground, at that moment is when you want to try to hit them with a bomb. Right? And then you come in and you follow up. Now, if they block the bomb, you kind of don't want to follow up. You kind of just want to hang back and continue B reversing your fire arrows. And I'm going to actually make a video on B reversing later this week as well. But yeah, so generally you can actually play keep away with young Link, or if you're an aggressive player, you can actually approach with this character because his frame data is very safe. Fast fall nair is safe on block, especially if you space it correctly. Fast fall back air is also safe on block. So generally, you want to harass opponents with like short hop back air cross ups. So for example, if Incineroar is standing here, yeah, if we set him to shield, you can actually cross up with back air and end up behind him, right? And he can't punish you. So if I was to like do a short hop back air, and now I'm behind him, I can up tilt, and he still has to hold shield and respect that. So like, the fact that young Link's aerials are all safe and really good to do, just makes him such a potent threat for applying pressure. So you want to use a lot of fast fall nairs on your opponent's shield. Maybe fast fall nair into jab, fast fall nair into grab, because they don't know what you're going to do after the nair, and nair is safe, right? So if you do like a fast fall nair into jab and they try to grab you, they're going to get hit. Fast fall nair into up B, right? Up B combos into up air if you buffer it. So yeah, this is a true combo on most characters for racking up damage. Grounded up B into up air. And what I'm doing is I'm actually, while the up B is going on, I'm holding jump, up, and A at the same time so that the input gets buffered. I want you guys to try this if you can, so that you can see how to do it. Right, and that one was a little bit mispositioned, but that one was good, right? So you do have to track their DI because they're gonna go left or right. But as long as you hold up, jump, and A at the same time, you're gonna get your up air on the first possible frame. And it's important that you buffer it in order to get that follow-up. Now this works at mid%, anywhere from, I wanna say, maybe 30 to 60%, maybe a little bit more depending on weight and character size. But for the most part, this is gonna be a good way to rack up damage. And then you could try to juggle them with more up airs, and not let them land, right? So these are some of the things that young Link is good at. Another really important aspect, you guys, is learning how to up B out of shield. Traditionally, in Smash 4, you actually had to press the jump button to jump cancel your shield and then do your up B, right? But in Smash Ultimate, you can just actually, while you're holding shield, press up B, and it'll cancel your shield into up B. Why is this good? Because it gets you punishes that you normally wouldn't be able to get. And the good part about young Link is that with grounded up B, he can hit people behind him. Right? So I can punish Incineroar. Oops, I was in too much shield stun. Right? So I can punish him directly for smashing me from the back. And then I'm trying to buffer my... Right? And then we can get a pretty sizable punish, 25% damage. Whereas if I'm trying to shield grab him, I actually can't really turn around and do it. And yeah, you could parry, but... Right? I guess we could turn around, but that's too slow. So, doing an up B out of shield is really, really good for getting certain punishes that you normally wouldn't be able to get. Even if Incineroar, like, did like a forward air on my shield from behind, I could just press up B, and that's a free punish right there. So that's super, super good with this character. You should be doing it and using it as an out of shield punish. It's very, very good. He does have a tether to the ledge, which is another great way to recover in the event that you're getting pressured off stage. You want to make sure that you press A immediately so that you have a lower chance of getting hit. As soon as you tether to the ledge, you press A just to zip to it, and that actually keeps you more safe. You see that I'm blinking there? It means that I start getting my invincibility once I snap to the ledge. So yeah, and then obviously you can use your Zair in the air by just jumping and pressing Z. And this is a decent spacing tool. It's not as good as it used to be. It doesn't seem to lead into anything. Maybe into dash attack at mid%, but Zair is kind of like something that you can use to, you know, outspace opponents when they don't really expect it. And you might be able to do Zair into grab, down throw, and, you know, get some other follow-ups there. So Zair is an important tool for you guys to know about, and you kind of want to do it. To hit small characters, you have to get the timing right. Like Pichu would get hit by this, but wouldn't get hit by that, right? It's too high. So you want to get used to this falling Zair timing so that you can hit smaller characters. His up tilt can also be a combo starter, and it pops opponents up in the air. So up tilt's something that I usually like to do when I fall with a nair and I land behind. Kind of like nair into, see, that was all a true combo. So like falling nair into up tilt into back air, and then you can try to do like a B reverse arrow, arrow into forward air, bomb, arrow, fair. Little things like that. You really want to get comfortable with his projectiles and figure out what chains into what. So like at low %, you can actually chain boomerang, bomb into forward air. So pulling out a bomb and then throwing boomerang, bomb, nair, or we should put a little bit more % on Incineroar. So boomerang, jump bomb, nair, right? Or boomerang, jump bomb, up B. That'll actually work. Right? And that deals 41%. So while you have a bomb in your hand, sometimes it's beneficial to look for a boomerang so that you can combo off of that hit as well. Right? And sometimes you'll have to jump and throw the bomb, and other times you won't. It depends on your distance, right? And it depends on the character you're fighting. So it's important to know things like that. Alternatively, you can actually get a fire arrow into bomb, and that's also another combo starter. Depending on the move. Right? So you can do things like that. And obviously you're going to be getting fire arrows from a lot further away. So you're going to have to kind of get used to doing your fire arrows while you're moving forward. So while you're dashing forward, doing like a falling short hop fire arrow so that you can maintain your momentum forward so you can follow up. Because if you just keep doing them from over here, you're not going to get any combos off of them. It is going to disrupt your opponent and make them annoyed, but you're not going to get big damage the way that you should be getting. So hopefully that's helpful to you guys. Unfortunately, none of Young Link's grabs really kill. You're probably better off trying to KO with an up air, forward air, even an up smash. If you can get your opponent up in the air and try to capitalize on their landings, right? Like make sure you just kind of stay under them and don't let them touch the ground. You see how I'm kind of like just tracking Incineroar's movement a little bit? And now we could probably set up for a bomb fair, and that he would have died off of that bomb fair, so he keeps landing behind him, right? So it's important to get used to your bomb trajectories because some characters will pop up behind you, some characters will pop up in front of you, and this is very important for playing the character. At low %, you're gonna have to do bomb short hop fair, and then at high %, you're gonna have to do bomb full hop fair, which hopefully I can demonstrate right here. Let's say like 130, right? You have to jump a lot higher in order for the fair to land, because they're receiving more knockback from the bomb, so you're gonna have to adjust your jump height accordingly on the forward airs, right? So all these things are very important, and they're gonna come with time and practice. Also, neutral air kills at 150 roughly, depending on your opponent, and And you can go off stage with Nair as well to try and gimp people. Nair is a really good tool for this, for kind of like disrupting people's recoveries, especially a lot of characters like to fall low when they recover. As well as using your, oops, that's gonna kill him. Using your up B from under the ledge, and I'll actually try to demonstrate that to you guys right now. This is another really great way to get KOs, especially in the off-stage game. If you come out here and up B like this. See that? So I'm just kind of like running under the stage and then up B'ing out. And I'm making sure that I hold forward a little bit, and then after the up B reaches its max height, I'm holding back so that I don't die myself, right? That was a little bit too far, but you have to play around with it. It's a really good way to score KOs, especially characters that have low recoveries. Up B kills very, very early. And you could do things like boomerang, bomb, oops. Boomerang, bomb, up B. And kill like that as well. And then drift back towards the ledge so that you don't die. So up B is another very, very good KO tool. Up air, obviously, you want to try to find up airs at KO percent. You want to try to find them high up because that's when they really KO. Hit one of forward air actually pops your opponent up. So you can do something like Z drop, hit one of forward air. Oops, I'm not getting the right height. Right? Something like that. And set up for a nice KO opportunity. He's popping up behind me, but that's fine. All his smash attacks also kill too, which is pretty nice. Back hit of the down smash rather than the front hit sends them at a horizontal angle, so it's harder for them to recover. Up smash obviously does KO as well. And forward smash is just like smash 4 Lynx, it's 2 hits. And this move also kills. So all your smash attacks kill. Down air, we actually haven't even talked about yet. Down air is also a great... It's ridiculous, 50 damage. And it kills. So also in some cases, you can go off stage looking for a down air. Make sure that you don't double jump down air, because then it's harder for you to make it back on stage. What I like to do is just jump once and down air. Oh, that might have been 2. Jump once, down air, double jump, up B. And you can usually go pretty far out with this. Double jump, up B. So down air is definitely a tool that you want to use when you're trying to score a KO. And you want to try to combo into it. You don't want to... You can just like down air from high up. I see a lot of young Lynx online just kind of like doing one of those. And it's relatively safe, but at higher levels, you're gonna get really punished for something like this because it is relatively safe, guys. But people are gonna punish you for it, especially really good players. So you want to be very careful. If you can, you want to just combo into your down airs for the KO. That's usually optimal. So yeah, so down air is also another very important KO tool. Obviously forward air. Back air doesn't really KO. It's more just kind of like for pressure, right? You can like dance around people while they're blocking and like kind of mix them up so that they don't know what side you're coming on and just really pressure. Nair too is kind of like has a similar purpose. Just kind of like pressure, right? So that you can get a lot of, well that one killed, that 170, that's fine. But yeah, so like Nair and back air are kind of like your close range tools. Obviously forward air and forward tilt is what you're going to want to use to wall people off with your disjointed hitboxes. Up tilt as well to an extent. But for the most part, you're going to want to like be moving around a lot and really trying to mix people up with your projectiles and harassing. Like you want to be like a little fly almost. Like you kind of just want to be all over the place. And you want to just be moving so fast that you're very hard to hit and try to just like find different angles for you to throw bombs at people and, you know, and really just kind of like get them to kill percent, then find your confirm off of bomb toss, off of boomerang, or off of fire arrow. Then that's when you find your down air or your forward air for the KO. And I guess the final thing to add is if you're ever having trouble recovering, remember to always pull out a bomb when you get hit off stage because it gives you your up B back. So if you get hit really far off, you just, here actually I'll show you with Incineroar. Let's set him to side smash and let's put my percent to, actually I don't want to die from this, but I'll put it to like 50? That shouldn't kill me, right? Right, so I pull out a bomb and then I can like, see that? I was not going to make that back, right? So it's like kind of like as soon as I get hit, I instinctually pull out a bomb. You can air dodge towards, jump up B. That one I made back, right? But let me put myself at like 60%. Oops, I used to pull out the bomb too early. Bomb, jump, up B. Wow, I am making that back. Let me put my percentage up a little bit more. 75, it might kill me. Yeah, so I am holding up for this. But in the event that you're not DIing high up and you kind of get hit by a move that has a lot of horizontal knockback, bomb is definitely the way to go. And it just really helps you recover in situations when you should be dead, right? So you kind of want to get into the habit of almost always pulling out a bomb when you get knocked off stage. Another thing that you can do is, because characters are going to go off stage to try and punish your recovery, if you get hit far off, throw a boomerang up just to disrupt your opponent trying to go off stage. It can protect you, and it's something that they have to block. Even if just for a moment, they have to block that boomerang. And that gives you a moment to actually jump and kind of get back onto the stage. So you'll know what situations you should be throwing boomerang to disrupt and what situations you should just pull out a bomb and try to recover back to the stage. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions, please write them in the comments and I'd be happy to help out. Hopefully this helped you out. If it did, please give it a big thumbs up on YouTube. I would really appreciate that. Can we get it to 600 likes? And consider subscribing to the channel because I'm going to be putting out tons of tutorials like this on the daily. And yeah, that's pretty much it guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.